All right, so here's the syndication send. That's our template. Here's the simple one cedar circle. Open here. P12. Copy.
Maybe I pasted it wrong because I started at the I started at 4, copy and paste on the T12.
So this one's a lot more forgiving, you know, for the Prop 1 T12.
Oh, really?
Let's see here. Prop 1 T12. Ooh, I remember all these instructions. Remember, this is the first time I saw it last week. Let's go here. And I think it's just that point right there. The one that's highlighted. It's already highlighted. I just hit paste.
I might did mine wrong.
Yeah, mine's working away, updating and updating. All right, so
So the column that lists what each item is, like income, rent, concessions, that should be in column J and K.
I think so. Yeah, that's where mine ended up too.
Okay. Yeah, because mine's is in K, so that's why I'm asking. Maybe I did
So
something wrong.
when I click that first instruction,
All right, I'm gonna redo mine.
asking for the 12 months here. 1, 2.
But the word's supposed to be J.
11. In January, it's here. 12. Right? T3. T3 is October, November, December. October, November 7. T custom. Which one would I pick for custom?
Yeah.
Picking one of the highest ones. This is high. I'm only doing 2 for my custom.
Is there any way to get it from being so dark?
Yeah, I don't know what that's about. Mine's dark too. Wonder what that is.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
All right, let's see it. Row 1, row 2, row 3. Choose the appropriate income for the drop.
Yes. T12.
Oh, right here.
Yeah, I don't know why it's dark.
And then what about, so we pasted it in J,
Mm-hmm.
but then in K it has a blue tab that says paste T12 here.
Yeah, let me see if it works. Let's see if I just do income, rental income. GPR, gross potential rent. Yeah, I feel like I did it in the wrong place too, David.
Yeah.
I'm tempted. I'm going to backspace mine. Ready? Undo. 1,
Okay.
2, 3. 6.
So I gotta repaste it.
On the blue.
Yeah. Oh, now okay. Now it's not so dark.
You repasted it in the correct place?
In the blue on
Got it. So when I click that first one, paste T12 here, it's giving me a box, but that's the wrong box.
So that's why I was wondering, because I pasted.
Yeah, I had Charmaine. I just undid mine. Right? I just undid 12 steps, and now I'm going to repaste it again in the correct one. Because the big blue box says paste T12 here.
Yeah.
There we go. Now let's see if I do row. Ah, that looks a lot better, David. You're right. Mine is now not dark either.
It's probably just a typo, huh?
Looks like it, yeah. It's when you say paste T12 here, that link is just not in the right place at the moment.
Got you.
So now I'm going to do one. Nope, I'm not going to do this one here. This is January. 1, 2, 3.
I think I am.
Here we go. 12. Here's my T3. 1, 2, October, November, December, and then I want to do a T. I want to do a T2. On my TC, which stands for T custom, I'm doing 2 months, the 2 highest months. Just for the heck of it. Let's open this up and go choose the appropriate. Choose the drop downs.
Oh.
I do like collapsing out the instructions so I can see it easier. That helps. Are you on income already, David?
Yeah, I'm right where you're at. About to get ready to start.
Gross potential rent. So that's pretty cool. You see a T12. And you know what, David and Charmaine and Star, as you're looking at the T12 and I click that it's GPR, it's 423,129, and that matches the total. So that's a check for me right there.
Wait, so
Wait, what's that total?
how do you see that? That's what that's the total. So,
Look at my screen right now. I'm not totally sure.
okay.
I collapse the instructions. See the instructions, how you can collapse them? This is the instructions here.
Okay.
Right? So I collapse that with this minus sign here. That gives me more room over to the right, and I can actually see this total column here on my screen.
Oh, okay. So
Can you see that once you collapse the instructions over here?
okay. So now why is the T3 total 482?
Well, because isn't that adding up the last 3 months, which is
Oh,
40, right?
Yeah, so it's like trending like 12 months then, basically.
Annualizing it back to 12 months. And then look at my T custom. I picked these 2 months only. I picked the highest 2 months, October and November, at 41 and 40 seem like my highest 2 months. So I'm going to skew my underwriting to those highest 2 months. Just for the fun of it, just for the heck of it. I think you can argue I'm not going to do a good job here, but let's see what I got.
And quick question. So now with the T3 and the T custom, you can map that out on the Prop 1 tab as like, so you can see like pro forma numbers or anything like that? Or?
Yeah, it's a little bit. Let's go back to Prop 1 here. Yeah, it's getting way too fancy if you ask me, but let's see here.
Yeah, it's like Rolls Royce, man.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it sure is. Well, what it's got here is it's not in this model yet, but where we select the last 3 months, that's going to have the TC in there also. Yeah, so it's not in there yet.
Okay.
It's going to be a lot more functional once I'm going to keep going. David Loesch, finish this thing ASAP. I want to use the new one. You know? So, right now it's dropping in. It says last 3 months, but I think this cell right here, I is broken. I-12 does not have the extra income in there for the 3 months model. Or, you know what it doesn't have, David, is the $180 extra per unit that we think we're going to charge. Charmaine, how'd you do with yours? Did you get it copied and pasted in?
Not complete. I'm here trying to see on my small screen, but I'm trying.
Okay. Do you want to share your screen and show us what happened?
The thing is, I'm on 2 different things. I'm on my laptop and on the phone.
Okay. So it's difficult for you to share the screen?
Yeah, because I'm not on the laptop. What I'm doing it, I'm not.
Bitch, you professor.
Uh,
Bad debt. Hey Max,
Yeah.
but for the NSF fees, you put bad debt or you put
all right, let
Yeah.
me see.
debt, right?
Yeah, like is that the late fee?
Other income bad, the NSF.
Yeah.
He said other income bad.
I like application fee. That's other income good to me. Deposit forfeit, that's probably other income bad.
Yeah.
What did you put in for concessions, David? You just dropped in concessions there?
Yeah.
You know what the problem with that is?
What's that?
Because on the T12, they listed it as a negative. See how it's got the parentheses on it?
Yeah.
It's dropping concessions in as negative. And the way our template is going to take this is take income
Mm-hmm.
and it's going to try to subtract out a negative number.
So it's gonna like double negative it and
Yeah, it's going to make it positive and it's going to add it in twice. Yeah. It's gonna,
how can we fix that when we're underwriting?
well, so I just talked to David Loesch about it yesterday. He's going to put a column right here. I don't know what else to do where you can flip the sign on that because this is just a bad T12. You have to go and manipulate. What you really have to do is fix their accounting document. It's wrong.
Yeah.
So, and it's adding it right. It's taking this as a negative and adding up to 35,000 right here. You know, even under comments here, if we test it, we just said, hey, take the total and add it all up, right? We want to play with that number. It'll confirm that their document's doing it right, but it's just bad accounting to reverse an income and call it negative, or to reverse an expense and call it negative. Now messes up your accounting documents. They're made to take incomes as positive and expenses as negative. And if you start messing with those signs, you've really wonked up just about any accounting system, right? So it's not a normal accounting practice to do that. So yeah, it's going to flip it out on the next one. This one's going to count it twice right now, but that's why he put this one in as one of the homework T12s, because that's one that we want to focus on, is that idea of a negative concession now becomes, when you subtract it, it becomes a positive.
That explains a lot because last night we were practicing on one and it had the same thing and it was messing up all the numbers. Because I was showing her like, watch, we could get this done in 15 minutes, and then it took an hour. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
because you're like, what's happening? Yeah.
because I started like, wait a second, what did I do wrong?
All right, well, let's keep going with this one. Let's see how we're doing. Did you do contract services here? Contract services landscaping. R&M.
I'm gonna see if I can put it on my laptop too.
Okay.
Here you.
Carpet cleaning, I think, is make ready. Janitorial expense. Make ready? I don't know. What'd you put for janitorial, David?
I'm following your lead now.
I mean, it doesn't matter in the end. When you start to code these, as long as we get them into an expense somewhere, right? Which we will. We'll make sure everything's coded. But I don't know what these necessarily are, and we don't have to even agree on it. Repairs and maintenance, R&M. Supplies.
Oh, it's still the bad one.
So general maintenance you put under general admin?
General maintenance.
It's the bad one.
General maintenance. No. R&M.
Right now.
There's an admin. Other. Admin. Payroll. It's pretty cool how it changes the colors once I code the menu in.
Yeah, it makes it easier on the eyes.
Utility expense. And it looks like utility expense all the way down to sewer. Trash might be contract services.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do it general because you've got the specific ones. That would be general. Trash recycling. I don't know. Same thing.
See, I can't get you guys on my computer.
I'm
It
sorry.
keep putting me it keep putting me back into the old let me see.
What do you
Here's
mean?
one.
It's dialing the old number?
Yes.
Oh,
But no,
but
I
Charmaine,
think I
how about go
I
to
have this one that David sent me on it. I find this
perfect.
one.
Electric.
Right.
Yeah, you were trying to do it in 10 minutes, huh, David?
Yeah.
Electricity. Oh, one is a header. Let me take care of that. Management fee. Insurance. Is Star trying her own right now, David?
Yeah, she's going through it.
Okay.
I think she's ahead of me.
Mhm.
Real estate taxes. Total expense. Total expenses and NOI. You guys have LOIs out on that one with your team? Those two with your team, David?
No, right now we're talking with a sponsor. We're gonna talk with two sponsors about it
Okay.
and see how it's looking. Just to make sure before.
How big are they? Like how much cash you need to do the 1%? To do the earnest money down?
I think one of them is like I think the 1% is 600,000. It's a big deal. Actually, 500,000. It's a 50
It's a
million.
$50 million deal?
Yeah. And they wanted 70.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so that's kind of
How much is it, you said?
50 million.
50.
Yeah. So I'm a little, we're gonna have to raise the money on that too. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
Gotta
But
be
I'm noticing that a lot of brokers are changing their whisper price as of like this week. A lot of brokers are calling me like, "Did I tell you the updated price?" And I'm like, "No, what's the updated price?"
It's lower?
Yeah, they're lowering prices.
Sellers must be afraid they're not going to get, they want to close fast. They want to get things moving and get it under contract.
Yeah, I think it's because of the rate hikes, and they know that. I mean, because this is looked at as a business, so obviously that affects how much money we make. So now it lowers the price.
Yeah.
So on line 17, total income, that would
Yeah.
be total effective gross income or total rental income.
Which row again?
On line 17, row 17.
Mine must be a different one. Oh, total income. Where I didn't code it yet. Total income. Total rental income. Yes, that's total rental. No, that's EGI.
Effective gross income.
Yeah.
Okay.
Total effective income. and just look back. Let me look at prop one to look at those names.
So I said line 17 because I just realized yours is line 20 something because so basically so for clarification now when I copy the T12 I could just copy the whole page and paste it in. I don't have to go down to the dates or none of that.
Yeah, you
Okay.
can. Okay, so just look at my screen. I mean, this is the beauty of this, right?
Can you
So here it
see?
is unhighlighted. You can click the highlight all box and copy. Oh, none of that scrolling or anything. It handles it all,
Mhm.
theoretically, as long as it's working, right? And as long as we paste it in the right place, it handles everything.
Wow.
Yeah, that's it's liberating. Little things like it's so weird. How can scrolling bother me? And but it does. Well,
Yeah.
so my total expenses at 211 don't seem right. What are the total expenses here on their T12?
I
They're
got
totally,
211 too. I got 211072.
yeah. And I got 211,072,082 I got.
On prop
211,082. Theirs come out to 214,850.
214.
Yeah, 850. Let me turn this one off.
Yeah, that's weird.
Let's see these numbers. I don't really like spaces in here, but that's all right. Okay, deal with that. Sewer. Trash is 0. Let me take this out. Move it up a little.
The entrance, or you switch it?
Huh?
What are you doing?
Oh, I was just seeing if it changed the number because the number's off.
Insurance. Property taxes, total expenses. So, I mean, I think if this really bothered me, I'd go back and search more. But you know what what this template allows you to do, David, is you can set the tolerances for total expenses, these things here.
Mm-hmm.
The total expenses is set at 1,000 above or below. If it's within $1,000 up or down of the given number, it would go green. This one's off by about $3,000, and I think I would search more if it mattered to me. At this point, I don't know if I will, because look at the NOI at 234.
Yeah.
So somewhere I caught back up and made this right. NOI at 234. Well,
It's 9 o'clock.
NOI should be 214.
Mm.
So this is coming in. Nope, it's coming in at yellow. It's above. It's not right. So yeah, I've got some problems in this one that, and that's where I think right there has got to be my problem. See the concessions? Let's go back and deal with that. So it's bringing this in as negative, but we know concessions are positive. So I'm going to break my formula and make that 7659, 7659. Let's just hard.
Oh, wow.
And
So what you just do is just type directly in there.
oh yeah,
70
you can break all your formulas if you need and want to. Okay, so everything sets up with something in here, and then you're welcome to be, the underwriter and just start. Now you don't want to copy and use this template over again. It's busted, right? That's why we say download a fresh one every time you use it, because there's going to be lots of occasions where you can break those formulas, and you don't want the new one you underwrite to come in with broken formulas. You want a fresh template.
Got you.
So now I'm curious about the total expenses at 211. And so my income's right. It's expenses I'm focused on.
The expenses are still off somewhere.
That looks like it's coding correctly. 214,850.
You can't perform a face that is awesome. Interest merge. This thing not pacing for me.
Are you pasting it, and is it taking a while? Because
It's saying it's not. It cannot take it. Oh.
And you know what we didn't do? We didn't paste values only. I just pasted mine directly in. I should have pasted values only in the instructions. It tells me to do that now.
But I did do that. I pasted
Right.
value only.
Okay.
And
Yours and mine are matching. Okay.
yeah.
709,
All right.
183,
Oh, God.
48.
I liked everything.
Well, so now's when I think at this point, I use this comment section to start to just redo things. I want to sum up all of the expenses here. So I'm going to sum up all these down to here.
Column G is kind of like, we could use column G like a notepad, basically.
Yes.
Oh, really?
So that's interesting. It comes out 215,8860. So I'm more confident in this number. My 215,8860 ought to be right. What's it dropping in here? It's only dropping in 211. So maybe it's just transferring it wrong. Maybe this one is getting, as David Loesch and I keep, messing with the whole thing over and over. Maybe we've really messed with it. So let me see. 44,645. That's right. 30,036. That's right. 24,297. That's right. 211,082. I'm up by 4804.
4,800.
$4. So then I'm searching for, do I see that, right? And then what David Loesch will do is he'll take 4804. He'll do a find function.
It's
The landscaping is 4,804 exactly.
Perfect. So let's look at that.
Unless it's not inputting properly.
So there looks like there's where it's got to be, David. So the contract services for landscaping is 4804. This rolls up through, so contract services should have this rolled into it. So if we scroll over here and we see the summary here, so 4804 is here, but for contract services, see it there? It is broken. This is right, 7549.
49?
Should be coding right here to that one.
Where are you looking at here?
Well, so the complexity of this template is I'm scrolling over to the right under prop 1. There's what's called.
Oh, column Z.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. I should have said that. It shows you the breakouts of the contract services for the pest control, landscaping, and security, and then it should all roll up into a total here under one bucket for contract services, 7549. Yep.
Yeah.
And you go back over here.
748. So it's like reporting it wrong.
Yeah. So
Why is it 2745?
well, because it's
Separation?
together what we coded from the T12 of 4804 plus the 2700.
Okay.
So you got to go back to the T12 and see where we coded the different contract services. We put some under landscaping, some under contract services general. So it should be taking 2745 plus the 4805, and that's what's not making it back into this cell.
70. Yeah.
So, I'm going to make a note here, and I'm going to say D36.
Yeah, I just broke it and put that number in there, and everything lit up green.
Yeah.
Oh wow! So this is basically column Z. This is like a bucket list right here on the.
It is. That is
Wow.
so right. I'm glad you said that. It is exactly like a bucket list and the reason I broke it out is because sometimes your T12s will say pest control, landscaping, and security. A lot of times they do. And so it's nice to put those into those buckets. And then there'll be just general contract services, pool cleaning, you know?
Yeah.
So that goes into general. And then what you want it to do is roll it all up into one. Yep, it's just like your bucket list. And you want people to be able to troubleshoot like this, right? To go back through and find out what's happening.
Yeah.
So 7549, I'll break it to 7549.
Dang, Max, when you get this finalized, you're gonna have the best product out, man.
I think it's really good. Yeah, and even what's going on right now with us is just we've scrambled the current one. You know, we've messed up our current one is what we're dealing with, right? So
Yeah.
it should be working way better than this. I'm alarmed that we've scrambled the current one we're downloading. So I'm not so happy about that, to be honest, because we're still using this to underwrite properties right now. And if you're a new underwriter, I don't think you're going to find these. If you're a veteran, I think you can go back and find it. But that's not what you want. I don't have time for that, right? I need.
Exactly.
So I'll be looking forward to getting this cleaned back up again. Feel like we were clean before, now we're messed up a little. So, well, that's the seller's column, and that looks great now because it's all green. And now we can use the pricing tool, right? To say, what is this thing going to trade for? And so under column T is the pricing tool. Right now, we have 17,000 per unit in for this.
Mm-hmm.
That's cheap.
Yeah, did we go back and fill in? See, I feel like this is coming with the template. When I downloaded a clean version, it had these in it from the prior property.
Yeah.
So I need to know what Cedar Circle is. I need to know that in terms of this homework setup here. I need the OM with it too. I don't think we can just provide a homework folder with just T12s in it. You really got to have the OM and the rent roll. You got to have the 3 documents in the homework.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Nonetheless, I think it's providing us some good practice.
Yeah, no, this was pretty cool. What do you think?
Mhm.
You got. What do you think about her? So she's been playing. So I got to be honest, Max. I've been moonlighting a little bit. She's been playing with a couple other templates too.
Yeah, I
And
have it.
out of all the different templates you mess with, what do you think?
I like this one. I don't
You like
like
this
the
one,
color
right?
chalk.
Yeah, she said she liked this one more because we was messing around with it more and more lately, and she's been the one to say, "Nah, let's bust this one out. This is what I like," you know. So okay,
Well,
that's
and
good.
so I'll keep on Mr. David Loesch. I'm sorry, you guys. I got all these Davids, so I keep saying Loesch. You know.
Yeah, you have to say the name.
Yeah,
Just say low.
Loesch
Yeah.
is, oh man, I'm in love with this one right now, and I want him to finish it so badly. If you look at my screen.
Yeah, you remember you
You
showed
know,
it.
so it's got this collapsible format where here's step 1, right? And it can then be collapsed. And then this is actually scenario 1, and it's not labeled well right now. It'll be fully labeled, and you'll see step 1, step 2, step 3. But you can do a scenario 1, a scenario 2, and a scenario 3. And each one has its own financing under the column. And it is crazy. Now, if you're new and we're practicing like this, I wouldn't even open scenario 2 and 3. I would just look at scenario 1, and now I'm back to the basics, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, he's close. I think we have everything nailed down of stop anything other than just put it all back together. We tore it all apart. It's like when you get a used car. Remember that, what was that Brady Bunch episode where Greg gets a used car and he tears the whole engine apart to clean it and puts it all back together, right? And the funny thing was, at some point, his brother comes along with a box of bolts, and he goes, "What do you want me to do with the extra part?" I feel that's like what we've done right here. I'm like worried. What did we lose when we tore it all apart? What do we do with the extra parts? And we're like, what? So, yeah.
So I could use this template too for like smaller properties if I needed to.
It
Like,
should work. Yeah, it should be okay. I think you got to be a little heads up right now. And,
it's just less, maybe less categories though, like less because
yeah,
you're looking at smaller properties, they don't do their books like this. So
that's true. And so remember, you can always break formulas. So if you go to T12 right here,
Mm-hmm.
you can always just type in the rent roll if you want, right? And or you can just add up the rent roll old school and come over here and type in property taxes. I added up 50,000, 50,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can always go back to the old school and break all the formulas and just type over everything, and it will do all the adding for you the way you used to do it, by hand.
got you. Okay.
Yeah. And you always have that option. Yeah, I feel like sometimes we feel like if it's coded, we're worried about breaking formulas. But this is a throwaway template in terms of you're gonna download a fresh one each time.
So, Matt,
Yes.
so now that we have this and we have the
Oh.
asking price of 1,300. So this is a good 80% of the purchase price. Would it be a good to offer him?
No, I don't think that's the way you're going to use it. You're going to use the pricing tool in column T.
Okay.
Hey guys, I gotta take off to my son's school.
Got it.
Okay.
Got it.
Thank you. I rate it as a 10.
Hey,
All right.
Yeah.
David.
Take care.
All right. Nice to meet you, Star, officially. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good to see you.
Okay. Okay, guys.
Guys.
Bye. So right here where
These should have been blank when we opened the template. These should have been like this, right? That's the way that whole box should have been. So I don't think 1.3 is a good price. And I'm not even sure the number of units on this property because I don't have the OM. I forget what Cedar
okay.
Circle is. So we probably shouldn't use it right now, but just in terms of your next steps, you're using this pricing tool, which brings in, now that we've entered, let me back up here and go back to there's the property taxes. And let's get rid of this. Now that we've entered in the T12, it's going to take those numbers and drop them into our magic formula, which is price equals NOI divided by cap rate.
Right.
And so if the broker tells us, oh, the cap rate in the area is a 5, we can type in 5 here. The actual valuation of this property should be $4 million, $4,300,000 at the 5%. And if the broker said, no, I think it'll trade for 6 in the area, it's a C-class property or whatever, the broker's advising us on that, then it might be a 3.5 million. So 60,000 a door right here would be the real price you would start to type in over here.
Okay.
Right. So at 60 a door, this thing starts to go red in terms of cash on cash, debt coverage ratio. And cap rate.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so my problem is now, I don't know if I can share now that I'm on one screen.
Oh, let me stop mine. Let me go ahead and stop on mine. Okay, see if you can share yours.
Is that what it is? That box there. Hmm. Okay. Mm. I have to click out of this. So it is saying you can perform a pace that partially intersects a merge.
Oh,
In order for me to share, I have to click out of it.
okay. And if you click the rectangle down there to share screen, will that work?
I did click on it, but because something was prompting, I had to. Oh, this is saying no one else. Oh, it's the other one. The second one. So I think I still have up the other one.
If you
Okay.
could share it, I would love to see that warning.
Yeah. Um. Can you see it now? I did the share.
When you do share, then it says, do you want to share the whole screen? And you click on that and then say share. So you
Yeah,
click on the rectangle with the arrow in it,
Mm-hmm.
and then it brings up a dialog box and it says, do you want to share the whole screen? And click on the whole screen and then say share.
Present tab to meeting. That's all it's saying. All right. This may be it. There you go. Can you see us?
I see that you logged in on another device, it looks like. It says presentation, but I don't see what's on the screen.
Oh no. Right now, I'm not sure. This tab is using the camera. Okay. I do not want to click you off. Just a second.